Hi, I'm Jim with Pour the Juice, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Sagamore Spirits. This is the sherry finish of the Reserve series, and this is going to be another edition in my videos based on different finishes, and obviously this is the sherry finished rye, and this rye is finished in PX sherry barrels. This is batch 1A actually, so I've had this for quite a while. And it is absolutely delicious. This is what I've seen quite a bit across, Whiskey Tube, but not for a long time. So I figured this would be perfect time to bring it back into the conversation a bit. If you've never tried Sagamore Spirits, it's delicious, especially if you like rye. Even if you don't like rye, I suggest trying it out. Any of their products, their double oak is really great. Even their base rye is a great addition to any bar. I have recommended that to a few people, and they've all loved it. Rye fans, bourbon fans, whatever it may be. So I do recommend it if you haven't tried it before. On to the sherry finish. Why is sherry used to finish whiskeys? First of all, just to get into that a little bit, what sherry brings to the table for a whiskey is typically some fruitiness. Um, Typically some red berry if you're gonna like kind of pinpoint what that fruitiness is. And so if you're adding a sherry finish to a whiskey, it's because you want to bring that on. And I think in the case of the Sagamore Spirits rye, they chose a sherry finish because the rye isn't very fruity to begin with. There aren't that many fruit notes in most ryes. And so this is any sort of fruit that you can add to a rye is going to add another dimension. It's going to add more complexity. And it certainly adds a complexity on the nose. You get the sherry immediately. And what I mean when I say that is red fruit jumps out of this glass. And just so everybody's aware, this is 106 proof. So most people would say that's the perfect proof for drinking whiskey neat. And yeah, rarely do I say a sherry bomb because I don't pick up sherry too well, but this is a sherry bomb on the nose at least. Let's try it on the palate. On the palate as well. A lot of sweetness, a lot of red fruit. And by red fruit, I'm talking mainly strawberry. There is some raspberry in there too. And then you get hit with the rye, a lot of those baking spices. Um, if you didn't know what you were drinking, you may think that you're tasting a sherry finished scotch in the beginning of the palate, which is nice. I love scotch. Yeah, the red fruit still comes through really, really strong on the nose, even after the first sip. And the lingering flavor is that of the rye. And then it's just jammy. Red fruit jam is what I would say mostly. And then that turns into those cinnamons and cardamoms. Really, really, really delicious. Um, like I mentioned before, highly suggest any of their products. This one for sure. If you see the sherry finish Sagamore Spirits on the shelf and you haven't tried it, and this video interests you, I do, recommend buying it. But I also want to know, what's your favorite Sagamore Spirit product? A lot of people, I'm sure, are going to say the 8 year, but I'm interested in what you think. I'm also interested in what other sherry finish products you like. So please comment those below. And yeah, please please subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Cheers.